is prepare the sales budget in liters showing the amount sold for each of the 3 months from July to September. So for the trade, it says that information is given here. Acid sells for 19.5 pounds per liter. Whatever they have prepared, they are going to sell it for 19.5 liters. And PHPLC, it has 4 customers. The 4 customers are Alpha PLC, Beta PLC, Gamma PLC, and Delta PLC. So these are the 4 PLCs, and they have a contract to receive a fixed amount of acid each month. So these people are definitely going to buy this much amount of acid each month. They have said, okay, they have promised. And so because of that, what is the sales budget in liters? What is the sales amount that's going to happen in liters? How much of volume of acid is going to be sold in each of this month? So let's calculate that. So here we can see that, okay, the total volume, okay, total sales volume, okay, is being asked. Total sales volume is going to be 10,000, okay, is purchased by Alpha in the month, okay, per month. 12,000 by Beta, plus Gamma is going to purchase 9,000, plus Delta is going to purchase 11,000. So that is equal to 42,000 liters. 42,000 liters of, okay, liters is going to be purchased. So for each month, it seems it's fixed, okay. For the 3 months they have said. So let's write the same amount for each of these months. They are going to purchase every month 42,000 liters of acid, okay. They have a contract, so this is the amount of contract of liters they are going to purchase. Then prepare the inventory budget in liters for each of the 3 months from July to September. Inventory should we have, because we are making some, producing some amount, okay, some sales is happening. What is the amount of inventory that we should have in our company so that we are safe? Okay, what is our opening inventory? And then we see then it seems that we are going to, PHPLC is going to produce some acid. They are going to produce some acid. So production, okay, so there is a production. So there is production happening every month, okay. Some fixed amount of 44,000 of production is happening, which we know. Then there is a sales happening, okay. Sales have been promised by some people, okay. That is the sales amount. It is also fixed. So, and then what is the amount of inventory that's left behind, okay, at the end of the month, okay, we have to calculate. Okay, right, 0. There was none, okay. They are going to make it, and then they are going to produce some 44,000 liters. So 44,000 liters were produced. Out of that, we saw that 42,000 of sales is happening, okay, which has been committed by 4 customers per month. So the remaining at the end of the month of July, they will be left with 2,000 liters of liters left. Then, so this is going to become the opening inventory for the month of August, okay. Now they are going to make some more, 44,000 they are going to make, okay. They will be able to sell only 42,000, okay. So they will be able to sell only 42,000. So they will be able to sell, okay, this sales I will have to less, then only I will know how much of inventory is left behind. So they, at the beginning I had 2,000 liters, and then they produced 44,000. They are going to sell 42,000. So I'll be left with 4,000 liters at the end of the month of August, okay. Now this is going to be again the opening inventory for the month of September. So the inventory production is fixed at 44,000 amount, okay, and the sales amount is also fixed at 42,000. So 48 minus 42, so at the end I will be left with 6,000 liters, okay. to sell more. Okay, this is the inventory budget. Then next one is prepare the trade receivable budget in pounds showing the amount owed by customers at the end of each of the 3 months, July to September 2024. Now these customers also have been given some credit terms of payments, and there is also a credit limit. Okay, beyond that they have to end up paying cash. Only this much is the maximum credit limit they have been offered, and also there is a credit term payment. So let's look at the trade receivables book. How does it look? Okay, because I'm offering some credit terms for payment for Alpha PLC. Let's calculate. Okay, for the Alpha PLC, in the month of July, okay, in the month of July, it says that they are going to purchase 10,000 liters. Okay, 10,000 liters, and 10,000 liters, and they have to pay 19.5. Okay, so what is the amount they need to pay? So cost is equal to, okay, whatever the cost is equal to quantity times the rate. Okay, for the Alpha PLC, we saw that the quantity is going to be equal to, quantity is equal to 10,000, and the rate is 19 point, rate is equal to 19.5 pounds. Okay, that is the rate. Now the cost, okay, or the selling cost, this is the selling cost for Alpha PLC for the month of July will be equal to, or the revenue earned by selling this thing will be equal to 10,000, okay, times the rate 19.5, so that is equal to 195,000. So this is the revenue I should be getting. Okay, so that is the revenue. Okay, and they have 1 month payment, so they need not pay. So this is going to get reflected at the end of the month as 195,000. Okay, let's assume they have not paid any amount by cash, and so I'm assuming this entire 1 month credit they keep. Okay, and that is what 195,000 will look like. Then but the maximum is 200,000. If it would have exceeded, then I will have to pay it by cash. Okay, only the maximum limit is 200,000, but I get to have in the month of July 195,000. Okay, now let's calculate how much they need to pay in August. This was for July. Okay, this was for the July. Now they keep the same amount. So 10,000 they are going to purchase in August, and the rate is at 950. So for the August, okay, what will be the selling amount? Okay, the selling cost they need to pay. So that will be equal to 195. But I will be able to see only 1 month credit, and it is below 200,000. So I'll be seeing in my books the same amount. The rest they have to settle. Okay. So then for the September also it will remain the same. Now let's calculate for the Beta PLC what happens. Okay. Now for the Beta PLC, we know that the quantity. Now what is the quantity sold? The quantity sold is 12,000. Okay. The rate is the same for them also. The selling price is the same. So now, so this is the same for the month of September also. Let me write. So it remains the same for all the three for the Alpha PLC. Now for the Beta, the quantity is 12,000, the rate is 19.5. Now for the July selling cost, let's calculate the July selling cost. It will be 12,000. Okay, 12,000 times 19.5, that is equal to 234,000. Okay, 234,000 worth of money they have to pay. But I can give a maximum for them of only 200,000. See, my company policy is we give them only for 200 pounds. So but at the end, and the rest they have to settle by the cash because it has exceeded the limit. So by the end of the month, they can still not end up paying this much amount, and the rest they would have paid 12,000 times this much. So it will be the same 234 pounds. Okay, 234 pounds. So 234 pounds. So that much they will have to end up paying. Okay, so 234 pounds. So selling cost, and for the September also it will be the same for them. So but okay, the selling amount will be this much. So for each of the month, the maximum is 200,000. So you will end up paying only 200,000 in the books. Okay, you will see. Then for the Gamma PLC, let's calculate. For the Gamma PLC, the quantity sold is 9,000. Okay, they have a quantity sold of 9,000, and the rate is the same. Okay, the rate is going to be the same. Now let's calculate what will be the July selling value. Okay, this July selling revenue. So it will be 9,000 plus 9,000 times 19.75. So that will be equal to 175,500. Okay, 175,500. So for the July. Okay, then but they get to have 2 months credit. Okay, and the maximum it has not exceeded 200,000. So for the at the end of the first month, they will you can see an amount of 175,500 in the books. Okay, you can see this much amount. Then for the August, what happens? The amount sold is this much, right? So amount sold is this much, but I will end up seeing 2 months credit. Okay, so let's calculate what happens if it is 2 months credit. Okay, 2 months credit will be equal to 175,500 times 2, that is equal to 351,000. Okay, 351,000 pounds. But this much I cannot see in the books because the maximum credit I can give is only 200,000. So beyond that, I cannot have on the in the trade payables book. Okay, so 200,000 you will see in the month for the Gamma. Okay, then for the in the month of September also they will be you will be selling this much. Okay, September also you will be selling 175,500. Okay, worth of goods. But again, because there is a maximum limit of 200, and the rest you would have end up paying in cash 51,000. So all you will have to for the 2 months credit, always it is equal to, it should not exceed. So here also it exceeds because from the previous month all I could have, okay, all I could have was 200, okay, 175,500. So the total value is going to be equal to 200 plus 175,500 will be 375,500. Okay, 375,500 pounds. Okay, is the maximum that can happen, that can be that. But still I am allowing, okay, for allowing 200,000 for this month. So we'll still be seeing 200,000, and the rest they will have to pay in cash. Okay, 2 months credit. So this is for the August. Okay, for the August it will be like this, and for the September they will say that for the September how much of the credit I can have. I'm calculating like this because there is a limit here. It's not with the previous month. Okay, here you will use the 200,000 and then the extra which is going to happen. So here from the previous month, okay, 175,500 plus this month's sale is 175,500, so it will be equal to the 351. Okay, that could have been allowed, but I'm limiting to 200,000. So in the books you will see 200, and the rest they will have to end up paying the cash. Now let's calculate for the delta PLC. Okay, let's calculate for the delta PLC. For the delta PLC, the quantity sold is 11,000. Okay, so the quantity sold is 11,000 and the rate is 19.5. So let's calculate what is the selling value, okay, revenue earned by the business in the month of July from delta. So 11,000 times 19.5, that should be equal to 214,500. So they should have ended up paying 214,500, but the maximum allowed is only 200 in books. So 200 minus, so they will have to end up paying, okay, 200 is a maximum that can be allowed in the book, so I will be seeing the rest they would have paid in cash. And for the August, okay, for the August, let's calculate the 2 months credit for delta now, because it's a 2-month credit system. You can have at least 2 months credit, that's what it means. So for the previous month, okay, their maximum limit was 200,000, that is allowed, plus this month's, okay, then August month selling, okay, August month they would have had to pay. For the August month, delta had to pay 214,500. So let's calculate that 214,500. So that is equal to 414,500. So but the company policy is again to allow only 200,000, right? 200,000. So the remaining they will have to pay the cash. So here it will be 200,000, you will see in the trade payables book. Okay, now for the month of, okay, for the month of September, okay, with 2 months credit for the month of September, let's calculate here what happens. Okay, so in the previous month they would have to pay 200,000, and then in this month the sales, okay, what is a month in September? It will be the same, 214,500. 214,500 for the September month. So they will have to, 2 months credit means 414,500, but the company policy is only 200,000 allowed, so the rest they would have ended up paying in cash. So in the trade payable books you can see these, in the trade receivables books you will still see these amounts. Okay, this is the maximum credit limit that's allowed, so you will see this in the books. Okay, so now let's calculate all of this value. So 195,000 plus 200,000 plus 175,500 plus 200,000. So that value in the books, the total receivables would become 770,500. Okay. Then for the month of August, let's calculate, add up all this. So that will be equal to 195,000 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200. So that will be equal to 795,000. Okay, and for the month of September, okay, it's the same value, so this will also be the same business.